Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Pipe Bomb Podcast. This week is a little bit of a return of tea time ish with the Brits. So I have my fellow Brit here with me, Tom.
What's up, bitches?
How have you been? You've literally been gone. I thought I was gone a long time.
Well, you know how Brad Maddox went in that cave
Yeah.
and then came out with all that beard? Well, sorry, James, but I was in that cave with him.
Did you have a beard as well?
No, unfortunately, my beard does not grow. I'm like a child, prepubescent.
And I'm also here joining us this week is Nick. Hello.
Hello everyone. How's it going?
Hey, girl.
What's new with you?
Not too much. I wanted to join the show. We did a show yesterday, but I wasn't able to because I got my eyebrows waxed. They were a fucking mess, so now they're looking on fleek. So I'm excited to do this show.
Good. And so this week's show we are doing a top 5. This week we've decided to do Diva tags, tag teams that we would like to have seen or have been the champion if they would have created a title. And we can use, the rules were any Diva who's still active and is either formerly WWE or currently. Yep. Got it all
Gotcha,
done?
sister.
Okay, so Tom, why don't you kick us off with your number 5?
Okay, so we're clearly going to save the best for last because my list is boring as hell. But my number 5 is a Diva tag team that already occurred in the WWE.
Yeah.
And it's Lay Cool. I was such a fan of this team, but like before Lay Cool occurred, Michelle McCool was just ugh to me, like boy bye. And Layla was amazing. So putting them together, you had Michelle, who was the wrestler, Layla, who was the mic worker, but as those two working as a tandem, they were able to help each other out in the wrestling and on the mic and the personality. Because let's face it, Michelle had no personality. But when Lay Cool happened, you kept seeing all this personality with Michelle happening. And if the Diva Tag Team Championships was happening around that time, clearly Lay Cool would have got it. So short and sweet but simple like me, Lay Cool is number 5, girl.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. Nick, how about you?
Pardon?
How about you? What was your number 5?
Before I move on to my number 5, I just wanted to make a quick mention about Lake Cool, about, like how you said, Tom, how Michelle kind of lacked the charisma, but she was just a ring general in the ring there. So they really complemented each other, and you really started to see Michelle's charisma come out towards the end of the Lake Cool run, because I felt like she fed off Layla, and they were best friends in real life and on the road as well. So, I don't know, they were just such a phenomenal tag team.
It was a shame though, because obviously with Michelle McCool leaving, they had to end it quickly. They were doing all those therapy sessions. WrestleMania happened, and then 3-4 weeks later, excuse me,
She was out the door.
Yeah, she was out the door, which is awful. But I think they could have gone on a bit more.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Definitely. Well, my number 5, she's a former Diva, but she's not wrestling currently. But I mean, she always could. She was only released last year. So, my number 5, they were actually a tag team in WWE a couple years ago. Alicia Fox and Oksana. I love me some Oksana, and I miss her. And I just thought this tag team was so fun with each other, because Alicia Fox is crazy. She's really bubbly with her personality. And what really drew me into Oksana was her mic work and just like her broken English. And I mean, she was kind of awkward in the ring at times and a little stiff, but other than that, like I just thought they were a great tag team. And if they were to actually hold like a Divas tag team titles, I just think they could do so much with it, and I just think they could have a lot of fun with it too. So that was my number 5. I love Oksana though, and I miss her. So.
It was
You
so
know what?
weird when they got
I
rid
love
of her.
that idea, but sorry, Sam. I love that idea, but I don't think they would be the tag champions. Like, I think they'd be the jobbers that would take the pinfall for the number 1 contenders going into a pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
enhancement talent.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but
That would be a good pairing, though. Though they were a good pairing anyway, but it would have been nice to see them have some sort of success with it. My number 5,
sorry, Sam, but didn't Oksana get a push for like 2 weeks?
Yeah, and then that was
She
it.
did. She was on a roll. It was at the start of the year, and then everything went downhill when she fucked up Naomi's eye, unfortunately.
They were saying, wasn't Triple H like a really big fan of hers, and he was like pushing for her to do well?
Yeah, apparently he was high on her backstage, and she had really good work ethic and was really personable. Everybody liked her backstage, so that's why I was so shocked when she left, because I mean, Yeah, she wasn't the best in the ring, but I feel like certain divas don't have to be, and if their character outshines that, and she was one of them.
Why get rid of?
Her work on NXT was like fucking hilarious. I loved her with Gold. I loved that whole wedding. It was just amazing. So
Why get rid of her when you've got people like Rosa on there, who hasn't had a win?
Who?
Exactly.
Ugh.
yeah, let's just all agree that Rose is nowhere near this.
Ooh. What is that noise?
Oh, what's this? Damn.
Okay.
Oh.
My number 5 is also a former diva with a current diva. They have been a team as well. It was the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalia.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I was thinking, like, Beth had obviously a more successful titles career than Natty did, so it would have been nice to see them pair, you know, kind of just jump to the tag division for a bit, give the other girls on the roster a chance to be in the normal title picture, but these can be in the tag picture, and that they were a dominant force, and it would have been quite nice to see them together. Yeah, I just thought that they shut that down early. They should have kept it running for a long time, but they just shut it down too quick.
I mean, it was good, but then they turned them into like divas, where they had this whole let's make divas cry. Like, no, you are the Divas of Doom. You even had Caitlyn being with you, but then they turned that down, which I think would have been good. But unfortunately, they turned it into a Diva-S tag team, and it didn't work out because they had Natalia farting. Really?
Yeah.
Well, and they were really just kind of essentially the jobbers to Kelly and Eve during the time. Because I remember when Beth turned heel on Kelly, and that was kind of during the time where the Divas didn't really get any type of airtime whatsoever, no ring time. And then she turned heel, and then Natalia aligned herself, and Diva fans were really excited about it because their message was like, we are done with the Barbie dolls, we're the real athletes type of storyline. So I thought it was going to be so cool. Beth won the Divas title, and then just like nothing happened, and I really wanted to see a feud break out between the both of them eventually for the title, but that didn't happen either. So it was really unfortunate, and then it just kind of broke off. There wasn't even a breakup towards it.
Well, the thing is, if you lose to Maria Menounos, you know you're over.
You're done. So done. So they were on number 5s. Number 4 is Tom.
My number 4 is a current Diva tag team. Now, I'm not a fan of these at all, but, you know, they're there for a reason. We probably all know why. It's the Bella Twins. Okay, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm not a fan of the Bella Twins because I personally feel that it's not their fault, but they're getting pushed all around the company, and WWE, well, it's Vince, because let's face it, he's out of touch with social media and modern society. He sees the Bellas as fucking top dogs, no offense, and he's not giving other divas a chance. This whole hashtag give divas a chance thing was for all divas, not the Bellas and Paige, and then that's it, no one else. But the thing about them is that no other diva has what they have, which is twins. Like when people say, oh, you know those diva twins, everyone will say, yeah, the Bella twins. Mm-hmm. But then if people would say, oh, do you remember that hot blonde? There's about 20 of them. So I think if the tag team championships for the Divas was created, it's clearly that the Bella Twins would get this. I mean, they've grown over the past 8 years, but I think when they go, they will leave a big hole in the division. But for now, no.
No.
So do you think they would become the first ever Diva tag team?
I do, because I think it's clear, because like I said, they're being pushed all around WWE. You've got Total Divas, you've got the press, you've got the company itself. So I think they'd be a good face for the championships.
Yeah, if they were really going to do it, they would have to be the inaugural champions because...
Who else would you have?
Exactly.
Ooh, I have a prediction later on in my list that I'll get into.
Jabba.
Same. So Nick, what was your number 4?
My number 4 is a current diva right now, one of my favorites, and actually a former diva and a current knockout. So with TNA kind of going down the drain here soon, there's a lot of really good talent there, as much as we like to throw jokes at the company itself. So this tag team I thought would just be so fun. I have Summer Rae paired with the current Knockouts champion, Taryn Terrell.
Oh my god.
The Blantourage Part 2.
Yeah, so I love Blantourage in WWE with Kelly and Taryn initially, but Kelly just didn't have that personality so far as what we've seen from her as a face. But I mean, what we've recently seen from Taryn, that's the only thing that's kind of kept me in touch with TNA recently. I like what she's been doing with the Dollhouse, and she's showing a little bit of personality and a little bit of similarities with Summer Rae, and I love her. And I feel like she is perfect on the mic. She can rip a girl inside and out in less than 10 seconds. So I feel like this tag team together, they could be a Blanche or a BFF's point two, and kind of just take the Divas division by storm as those mean girls. Because the Bellas, yeah, they're okay, but they just don't have the ability to sell it with their mic skills, and I feel like these two together, I feel like would be really good. So, and I always liked Taryn, and now that Drew McIntyre's out of the way, she could come back, it'd be good.
I love that idea. Like that was my number 3, Tiffany, Taryn and Summer. But the only thing for me is that knowing Vince, he wouldn't put these two women together because of the tallness of either of them. Taryn's small, Summer's tall.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Taryn is impressing the heck out of me. Her mic, the minute when spoilers came out that she turned heel, I thought, this is not going to work so well. But the minute she grabbed that mic, the minute she turned psycho, like in her match with Awesome Kong, where the Dollhouse helped her to retain the championship when they put Kong through that table.
Oh, that was perfect.
Oh yeah, there was that instant snap that she turned heel, and you thought, ooh. And then over the next several weeks and months, she has cleaned that knockouts division.
What she's been doing with Gail Kim.
Oh god, and that whole lingerie. But you know how Sharpay from High School Musical?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a promo she did the other week, and she said, and you need to turn the lights down low. Thank you. Brilliant. Love her. But I don't think Summer and Tiffany would work. But it's a good choice for you.
Yeah. I don't mind that choice. I think it's a good idea. Especially with Summer being involved in something.
Someone needs to do something because...
Yeah. I had Summer in my list, but then I took her out.
Oh.
I'll explain later.
Hashtag give Summer a chance, people.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hashtag give other divas a chance.
Yeah. Well, my number 4 would involve giving another diva a chance.
Ooh.
So I've kind of like thought about Nick's Bella Twin, Tom's Bella Twins theory. So we've got a diva on the roster now who had a sister in the company, Alicia Fox, and her sister. She was Kaylee Turner down in NXT.
What's her real name, though?
Christina Crawford.
Her theme slayed. Sorry.
Yeah, they were so good. So just imagine like those pair going up against the Bellas. Like,
I like that idea.
They could be like the heels, I kind of suppose, and then you could have the Bellas as the face of the company. But I just thought having the two sets of sister chemistry against each other would be amazing. And then if there was some sort of tournament and the brackets went down to the Bellas versus the Fox sisters, you would expect the Bellas to win, but then have the Foxes just do this amazing like upset and just becoming this power team in the division. I thought would be pretty brilliant.
They look similar anyway. They look identical anyway, so they could pass off Twin Magic and get paid back on Bellas.
They would look awesome, and I was so gutted when they got rid of Christina. So yeah, that was my number 4. What do you guys think?
She showed promise when she was down in NXT, like in FCW. I only remember a couple matches of hers, but and I really liked her on Tough Enough as well. I liked her personality, and I seen potential. And I remember back in the day, all the Diva fans wanted to see Alicia and her sister get paired up eventually as well on the main roster, but it's just so unfortunate we didn't get to see that.
Yeah, that was my number 4 anyway. I thought it'd be a really good pick.
Yeah, that is good.
Tom, number 3.
Okay, my number 3 is completely out of the box. It is so crazy. Speaking of crazy, it's a current diva. It's not exactly a tag team, but with her current character, she could go either way. So my number 3 is Alicia Fox and Alicia Fox. Okay.
Explain yourself.
Okay, girl, take this. So you have a tag team match, and then Alicia is in the ring, and she reveals that she's going this alone, but it is not a handicap match, it's still a tag match. So when she goes to take the tag to this invisible person, she goes out the ring, and she comes back in the ring. So she could be like a face when she's in the ring, and then when she tags out, she's a heel. I think it'd be absolutely crazy and amazing, and fans, I think, would pick up on it, and I think they'd like it because it's something different.
Yeah, I think it's so crazy that it would work, because Fox in the ring with my favorite thing about Fox when she's in the ring is her little sayings and just, like, her little mic work during the matches. Like, did you see the last main event, her versus Paige, when Paige was throwing her in the ring? She's like, I want my money! Like, just little things like that. I feel like it would be so good. She'd be like, oh, God, I'm hurting. Tag me out. And then just, like, tag nothing and come back in and be, like, a fresh girl. It just... I don't know. I feel like the fans would like it, kind of similar with what happened with Miz and Mizdow, in a sense.
Yeah, but with herself.
I think, Sam, you go first. I can't think what I was going to say then.
No, I was just going to say, just like Miz and Mizdow thing, just tagging herself, but somehow coming back rejuvenated after she's tagged this invisible person and it's herself. Which is quite fun.
I think with Alicia over the past couple of years, how she's been this whole flip-flop character, fans have been like, oh, when are WWE going to actually decide what to do with her? But I think over the past several months, well, actually no, since last year when she had that whole Divas title feud with Paige, when she went crazy in tantrums, I think the bipolar gimmick works for her. WWE know what they're doing with her. I think Triple H and Stephanie have got a hand in with that because Vince clearly doesn't know what he's doing. They say like 1 week, okay, Alicia, you're going to be a face. Next week, you're going to be a heel. I think Alicia has got the best character currently in the company, but she's underrated, underutilized.
It seems like she's the only one with a character, though.
Out of the current Divas? Yeah.
Okay,
other than Lana, in a sense.
Like. Yeah.
Exam NXT's, yeah. She's the only one, but she's not going to get used. And I think she'll be released before she gets the championship feud again, to be fair. But you know how we're having this whole Paige and Nikki thing? Couldn't we just have one other Diva for like 1 month? I'd be happy if Alicia got a feud for 1 month, like she did last year.
Yeah.
I'd be so happy with it, but they're not going
to. Yeah, well, Naomi's month was last month, so...
Well, where's she gone now? She's
probably charging the shoes, because they have to be charged up, those light-up shoes, because I have a pair.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
She's being a stepmommy. And that is my number 3.
Good call. It's a good theory. Nick?
Okay, so you know how I said earlier, well, Tom, I think you said it was your number 4, the Bellas becoming the first ever Diva Tag Team Champions. I just feel like it's so predictable, and I feel like it would be a shoo-in for what WWE would do. However, this is a fantasy list, so my first ever Diva Tag Team Champions, I would have, personally, they're both current Divas. It's Natalya and Charlotte. I thought that they would be an interesting tag team to kind of have, just because they have a lot of chemistry with each other in their matches back and forth. But now, as a tag team, they have that lineage. They can team up and go up against the Bella Twins, and then they could kind of pull out the win and become the champions for a little bit. I just thought it would be something different and give Natty something to do, and to start off Charlotte's career slow versus just throwing her right into the title picture and giving her like 4 or 5 wins in the matter of 3 years. So... that's fine.
I will talk about that later on.
I like it, but I would have Charlotte with an NXT Diva to come up and dominate.
That's true. It was tough picking some of these tag teams, but
it was pretty tough. I do want to talk about that, but I'll talk about it with you later on, if that's okay.
All right. What was your number 3 then? Sammy?
Okay, so my number 3 is Tom's number 5, Lay Cool.
Oh, Garba.
Because, you know, Michelle, she's still young. She could still wrestle. Layla seems to be, you know, invisible.
Well, she's back on the main roster this week, though, guys.
Oh, is she?
Had
twice.
Had a match on main event and Superstars this week.
Okay.
She's on. Wow.
You know, I think it's kind of the same reason that I put Beth and Natty there. They were both, you know, in the title picture every now and again, especially with Michelle being the Divas champion, Layla being the last women's champion. It would give, like, you know, other girls an opportunity to shine. And they work well together, so they kind of deserve to be the tag champions together. But I think we kind of covered it all with Lay Cool earlier when we talked about it, to be honest.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with that. I feel like if they did have the Divas tag titles introduced back then, they would have been the first Diva tag team.
Yeah, definitely.
And if Lay Cool was still around now, the Bellas would be faces, clearly.
Yeah, 100%.
Who knows? Who knows what the Bellas are right now? Who actually knows?
They were heels and then became faces, and now I think they're now heels again.
Oh, well, you know what? If you can't actually decide what to do with the top divas in the company, what the hell does it give to the rest of it? As of
How
right
sad
now,
is that?
It's really sad.
Putting it into perspective, like the 3 top divas they have in the company right now, the Bella Twins and Paige, you don't know what the fuck their characters are.
As of right now, I don't care for the main roster divas division until they do something good.
Really, and they have the talent, and it's just creatively, they're just lacking, and the Bellas are lacking. I'm sorry, they're just been pushed to the forefront too much in the past 2 years, and it's just, I'm sick of it. I'm over the Bella Twins at this point, like them going back and forth, the random twin magic one week, and I swear to God, at Money in the Bank, if they just pull a twin magic again, I'm gonna lose it.
They will.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's just so annoying. It's just so predictable, and they're just, I don't know, I just don't like them on the mic. I think they're beautiful girls. I think their ring work has improved immensely over the years,
but they can't talk.
They can't talk worth shit. They can't talk their way out of paper bags, so...
Nikki can't, even though she's like the better one, but she's always, you know what, I'm the fearless champion. Fuck off. You can't do it.
Piss off.
Piss off, girl. Even Cameron's better. Like, we know Cameron's like a windy day, but still, she can talk like greatness.
Oh, she can.
And now she's not on Total Divas anymore. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Nor's Alicia Fox.
No, Alicia's there. Rose is gone.
Oh, my bad. Same thing.
So Rosa is gone soon. She has to be. Were we on Tom's too? I'm confused now.
I finished my 3rd. That was my...
So, yes, girl.
Yeah, we're on Tom's too. Go on, Tom.
Okay, my number 2 is 2 former divas. They both have the similar structure. And it's China, who, let's face it, is not having a good week. And Beth Phoenix. Now, those 2 as a combination would destroy not only the Divas division, but the lower card jobber tag teams. Just imagine China lifting them up for a military press, slams them down, Beth picks them up for a glam slam. 1, 2, 3. They would straight dominate. And like they can sort of talk, but I think you'd have to have a mouthpiece for them to look even
Beth
more
was
dominant.
pretty good on the mic. I thought.
Beth was okay.
Was she?
Yeah, she wasn't awful.
She was just.
She just
She
has
was
this
just
voice
that
that
really
doesn't suit
angry
her
heel all the time. Like, she was really angry with all the other girls.
Yeah.
Well, I personally think that those 2 would clean house. So there's not really much to say because I think it's self-explanatory when you put those 2 women together. So that's my number 2.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. I could even see them actually just going for the men's tag titles, really.
Yeah.
Which is what would make it different and better. But with the whole intergender PG crap.
Yeah, we never see it. But we'll never see China wrestle again. Good grief. Especially after that interview, I was just listening to a little bit of it, and it's so fucked up. But, oh my god. Yeah, fucking calling in. I thought the guys were joking. But anyway, do you have anything else to say about your...
No, it's self-explanatory why.
Okay.
Was that even a word? That's a word? It is a word.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of China currently, like in a wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Beth would have to guide her because she's probably coked up.
Oh god, Beth wouldn't even have the time of day for her.
I think if like someone approached Beth and was like, "Babe, you can come back to the company and you're going to be in a tag team with China," she'd be like, "Do you know any more jokes? Because no."
Yeah.
Lyric would be
baby
that
now,
wrestler.
so I'm good.
So Nick, number 2.
My number 2, I think this could really work. I think it would be interesting. It's 2 current divas, 1 main roster and 1 NXT. So I have Paige and Sasha Banks as the anti-divas. Ah, my dog. Okay. So anyway, this is what I imagine going on with these 2. We always remembered Paige and loved her from NXT and her character and how kind of vicious she was, and I love her, but currently just her main roster stuff is just so boring, and her sticking her tongue out, and I'm not having it anymore. So, sorry, 1 sec. You go on to yours first. I need to settle my dog's tea kettle right now.
Okay, so whilst Nick settles the dog's tea kettle, I like that though, because, you know, we're the Brits, and tea's a British thing.
And we always deliver the tea girl.
Oh. Okay, so my number 2, I'm kind of annoyed that Nick's gone because I would have liked his opinion on this as well. Current diva and former diva / current knockout. She's been mentioned in this list a couple of times before Alicia Fox. So think, the crazy, slightly maybe more ghetto-y kind of gimmick she's got, and have her backed up by Karma or Awesome Kong, like as her enforcer.
Oh my god, could you imagine that?
It would be like the most surreal thing in the world, but I think it would really work. Like, just have, Karma being the muscle, destroying whoever's in the match, and then Alicia tagging herself in at the end for the pin.
Shit.
Every single match.
Who are you guys talking about? Sorry, I'm back.
Amazing
my number
choice.
2 was Alicia Fox in a crazy ghetto-y kind of thing that she's in now, but paired up with Karma.
Oh my god.
But like have Karma be the muscle doing all like the beatdown, and then Alicia tags in at the end for the victory. Every single match. And her thinking that she's the best one of the pairing, and she can be the mouthpiece, and Karma just stands out at the back and just like, yup, nods.
Ooh, I like that.
That's what I think anyway. That's my number 2. What do you guys think?
I like that, but before we go on to our number 1s, I just want to go back to my number 2 because I got cut off by my dog Dakota. Sasha Banks and Paige, just the anti-divas. I just feel like after listening to Sasha's interview recently, she did with Sam Roberts, just about...
Amazing.
It was amazing. Definitely recommend anybody going back and checking that out. That she grew up always just kind of wanting to be like a male wrestler. Like, she didn't like the divas, and to be in a divas division, but wrestling like you're in the men's division. I feel like these two talents can pull it out, and I'm just over Paige's current gimmick, whatever she's doing right now. It's just, I don't know. I know it's a little bit of her personality coming out, but I just miss that aggressive Paige character.
She doesn't even
I
have
feel
a
like
gimmick.
Sasha Banks paired up with her would be, they could just run the division. And if they had a tag division there, they would just run over everybody. So yeah, that was my number 2.
Awesome. So, do you want to do a rundown, Tom, of your 5 to 2?
Okay, so my number 5 is, I think they call, yes
Yeah.
it is. Number 4 is the Sloppy Twins, no, the Bella Twins. Number 3 is Alicia Fox and Alicia Fox. Number 2 is Beth Phoenix and Coked Up China. And number 1, no it's not, I will wait until you've done yours.
Okay, Nick?
Okay, so my number 5 was Alicia Fox and Oksana as Foxana. My number 4 was Summer Rae and Taryn Terrell as the Blantourage. My number 3 was Charlotte and Natalia. My number 2 was Paige and Sasha Banks as the Anti-Divas.
Okay. My number 5 was the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalia. Number 4 was having Alicia Fox and her sister Christina/Kaylee Turner back. Number 3 would be Lay Cool. And number 2, Alicia Fox and Karma. So Tom, your number 1?
Okay, my number 1 is, I think it's the clear choice. It's the divas who have been named the top 2 divas in the whole company in history. The team bestie of Trish Stratus and Lita, aka Amy Dumas.
Okay.
Like, these two are best friends inside the ring, outside the ring, in real life, in personal life. They get on so well, they have chemistry against each other where it doesn't matter who's the face or a heel. So, and whenever they teamed up, fans went nuts for them. They marked out every single time. And with the whole rumours of having Team Bestie against the Bellas, I'd like that, because Team Bestie would show those two bitches who has run this division since 2000s. And can you imagine them as tag champions? Back then, fans would love them. Now, I think they'd love them even more, because they know that those two divas, Trish and Lita, have served so much to that company. So that is my number 1 choice, Team Bestie.
And they can still go in the ring too. So
They're probably better than the Bella Twins now.
yeah,
Yeah,
So not probably, they are.
they are.
Yeah. Whether Trish would get back in the ring, who knows?
I think she would with Lita. I think she would with her.
But yeah, I do think it's a really good choice. I'd love to see them together. It'd be nice to see them as like a team, as opposed to being on the opposite end of the ring of each other.
I'd be happy for next year at WrestleMania if it's Bellas versus them.
Who knows? They keep messing up the Divas at WrestleMania, so who knows what's gonna go on. Nick, number 1.
My number 1 is a little left field, but I think it could really work if they really did. I mean, they could do this as a storyline with a singles title, like the women's title or Divas title, but as a tag team, I feel like it would be interesting. So my number one, get ready, is Bailey and Mickie James.
Oh.
Yeah, so what my idea of this was is Bailey, as we all know her, she's the ultimate underdog, the ultimate babyface in a sense, and really, I don't think there would be any way she could turn heel other than going psycho, other than snapping and turning crazy. And I feel like if Mickie James was brought back to WWE, Bailey could kind of be, yeah, she could kind of be like that starstruck fan like Mickie was back in the day with Trish. So they could kind of tie in that a little bit. If they have the Divas tag division going on, Bailey could just get really obsessed, really obsessive of Mickie. Nobody can touch her. Nobody can touch the belts. And then she could just be nuts. And then either Mickie can be afraid or she could even go crazy with her. And then they can just be two psychos running the Divas division. So I just thought it was a fun little choice. So yeah, my number one's Bailey and Mickie James.
I like that.
Yeah,
But like you said, the only way for Bailey to actually turn heel is to go crazy, because it wouldn't work any other way. She couldn't be a mean girl because she's not got the attributes. But I'd keep her as a face.
I feel like she would shine as like a crazy type of heel, Bailey.
Oh yeah, but she couldn't be a mean girl because she doesn't have it in her.
That's the only heel that she'd be, though. She wouldn't be like a Sasha heel.
Yeah, she
It would
couldn't
have
be
to
like
be
a
the
like a
crazy heel.
bitter Emma type of heel either. Like, I just don't see it working. But yeah, I feel like crazy fan, just obsession, and it would just tie in because it was like that's how Mickie started out, and now she's in the place of Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
So.
I like that. I like it a lot. My number one has already been brought up by Nick. Having the genetically superior Charlotte with the genetically superior Natalya. I feel now, especially if they just in the randomness that they brought this in right now, this tag thing, especially with Tyson out, it's going to give Natty something to do.
Oh, not my bae. Oh.
Especially with Natty, like, being all tied in with
Dominatrix.
Yeah, and now that she's got nothing to dominate over because that Tyson's gone. But with her match with Charlotte as well, they had so much chemistry between them, and it was it voted one of the best matches last year? Was it?
I believe so. I think it was one of the only Diva matches on the list.
So I think if they paired them as a team, it could be kind of anything you can do, I can do better kind of thing. Like my genetics are better than yours. But it would work so well in a really weird way, and it would be a good way to integrate Charlotte into the main roster without pushing her straight into the singles title.
Because clearly that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought anyway.
I love that, yeah.
I like it.
So would you have them, so Sam, like, because I know, Tom, you said you'd have the Bellas as the first champions. You wouldn't want them to, but you feel like that's what they would do.
Yeah, I would
what
never
do you
want
think,
them.
Sam? Like, do you think Charlotte and Natty would become the first? Because I feel like if there was a Divas tag division currently, these two tag teams would be going for that final titles. Like, Charlotte and Natty versus the Bellas.
Yeah,
so,
if it was going to be at this day and age, and they did some sort of, like, tournament brackets, whatever, the last two at this moment in time, it would be the Bellas and Natalya and Charlotte. I would be okay with whoever won, as long as neither of the four were the current singles champion.
Well, actually, what if they had Natalya and, say, someone against the Bellas in the finals? The Bellas knock that other woman out, and then Natalya introduces Charlotte. That would be a good way to introduce her.
Oh, yeah, so she could be paired with, like...
last-minute resource, yeah.
She could be paired with Emma, and then have Emma injured in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like that. Oh, my God, sorry. I'm just, building storylines in my head right now. So then, if she was paired with Emma, got to semi-finals, Emma was injured, they replaced her with Charlotte. Charlotte and Natalya win the titles, and then when Emma's back, her and Dana Brooke.
Oh, no, not
no, because their thing down in NXT, I think.
No, I like that though.
Oh, I like that, but just Dana. Ugh, no.
No, give her a chance, Tom. Give her a chance.
No,
I'm even giving her a chance, honestly.
I can't.
I liked her promo that they did on NXT this week.
Oh yeah, but no, I can't with her.
No, I
I like
so green. She's so green. Give her 2 years, and then.
But you know, the thing is, why I'm not really liking her is because comparing her to the other NXT divas. I mean, I might change my mind because I'm like that. But as of now, no, she's not for me. She's a diva's diva, not a women's diva.
Well, you need to understand at the same time that it's still developmental, though. Like, these are the divas who are still in training, in a sense. And I mean, I kind of felt the same way about Carmella initially, but yet her ring work's great now. Alexa
she has the
Bliss
best charisma down there.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is great now, and I feel like Dana Brooke will get there. She's only had like a handful of matches, so
I will lick my own arse when that happens. So.
Wow.
Girl, you've been doing some stratosphere yoga if you could do that.
Do either of you have any honourable mentions?
I had one.
I have one.
You go first, Tom.
Okay. So, this just came into my head, but remember how the original Blonderage with Tiffany and Kelly?
Yeah.
Now, every now and then, Kelly like showing this like aggressive ghetto side to her when she was a babyface. So I was thinking, having Taryn, because now we know what she's like as a heel, and Kelly is like this heel, mean girl-esque with a bit of backbone as a team. Okay. I think it would work.
Yeah, that's no reason why I wouldn't. Even with them both as the faces that they were.
I'm just a big fan of Taryn at the minute because of this whole how much she's impressing me as a heel, and the fact that TNA is not about sexiness and all pillow fights, and Taryn is a character who's using that to her advantage, which I like.
I like that.
Yeah, that's mine.
Next.
I like that one.
Go back.
My honorable mention, it was kind of similar to like your pairing, Sam, of Alicia and Karma, but I just replaced Alicia with Lana, and I thought like Lana could have this kind of character like a Russian socialite, so she'd have a lot of money, so then she could just purchase Karma in a sense to use her as like her shield, and like Karma would do all the dirty work in the match, and then Lana could just come in and like get the pin like how Eve used to do and like wave her hand like a queen.
Yeah.
And I could just see that. I just feel like it would be really good, and then eventually Karma could just like squash her and it'd be great.
Because obviously Lana needs to get in the ring. Well, not needs to get in the ring, but when she does get in the ring, she could use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
That should use Karma.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea because Karma doesn't even have to come back full time. She could just do like Raw and SmackDown and not do live events.
Well, I mean, she could still do live events. What's so different about her than the other divas that she can't do?
Yeah, true. I had 2 honourable mentions.
Oh, you greedy bastard.
The first one is a pairing that we should have had about a year ago, and then it kind of all failed, of Red and Gold. Summer and Eva. So it kind of gives Summer a chance of doing something, and then it kind of gives Eva the in-ring time that she needs. They wouldn't be the champions, and I know they wouldn't, but they'd be a good tag team as... Not as jobbers, but they could kind of be the bitchy tag team.
Anything for my girl.
So yeah, I just thought that would work.
Would be too happy about it, though.
Pardon?
I said I don't know if Summer would be too happy about it, though.
Yeah, Summer wouldn't be. And my other pairing was... I was thinking about... So, in NXT now, Becky Lynch down there, if she doesn't do anything in the title picture, I think she would get lost a bit, like she did prior to being in the title picture. So I was like, who could she be paired with? And I was like, she's kind of rocky and all that kind of stuff. Lita's too much of an obvious choice. And I was thinking maybe Maria. I think Becky Lynch and Maria as this weird little, chalk and cheese thing that doesn't really work, but when they're in the ring together, it does work.
So that's what works best, chalk and cheese.
Exactly. So that's why I just thought...
But
Becky Lynch and Maria. Yeah! If you could have to pair Becky Lynch with anyone to fit her current persona... I can only think of Maria.
I would do Paige.
Yeah,
I think it's too obvious. I think, and Paige wouldn't be okay with that. I don't think.
No, they're chalk and cheese.
Why not?
I just think Paige is. I love Paige. Yeah, I'm head Paige, but I think she would be like not okay with it. I don't think she'd be okay with being any sort of tag team.
No, I think she would because I think she would.
No, I just don't know. That's just my opinion anyway, and I'm entitled to it.
I could just see Paige backstage just be like, "Piss off, Becky."
They'd be a good, Irish-English thing.
And Becky would say, "That's disgusting."
Disgusting. That's right, disgusting, that.
Your hair extensions are disgusting.
Well, thank you both for joining for this.
It was fun.
I hope you've all enjoyed it anyway.
It's good to be back.
Good. We're glad to have you. Tom, where can people find you?
If I'm not passed out in a gutter by later this evening, you can find me at selfsuccess01 because I build my life like a boss.
So,
Just
yeah,
like Sasha.
just to clarify that Tom isn't actually homeless or anything, he's just going out to get drunk.
Mm-hmm,
It's
that's
not-
too right.
He's
Just
got
in
a
case
house.
you're worried.
I'm not a tramp.
Nick, what about you?
If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Nick Aiken WWE. You can find me on Instagram at Prince Pipebomb. And subscribe right now if you haven't, because I think we are at 98 and we are only 2 away from 100.
We're so close, because at 100 we're doing the Google Hangout.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little Google Hangout special, so that will be so fun too. So
You're gonna see our pretty faces.
We'll have to think of like a specific topic to do for that show or something.
Me naked is going to be a big enough topic.
Breaking the internet. KK style.
If you want to find me anywhere online, you can find me at sampele_ on both Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget that if you do have Tumblr, we have got a Pipe Bomb Podcast Tumblr, which is the pipebombpodcast.tumblr.com if you want to follow on there.
Also,
that's right. And there's the top. Well, we're going to be doing a special top 10 like hottest wrestlers, and Gigi put out a poll on Tumblr, and we've gotten quite a few votes on it, I must say. So
Someone voted a lot today for a certain someone, and
yeah, I don't. Was that you, Tom?
I now think it was Tom.
Who was it for?
It was for Tyson Kidd.
Oh, then no, then.
There was like 20 of them.
No, I know he's a babe, but no.
I know that, I think at the moment, is it Roman Reigns is winning? Oh, Brad Maddox and then Roman Reigns.
I wonder why.
And then I think Randy's in there or something.
Well, Randy's Randy.
Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much. Yes?
R.I.P. Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
So sad.
That is so devastating. Like, I was heartbroken when I seen that on Twitter. I just scrolled up and I just seen Triple H's tweet about it. I was like, oh.
It's so sad because he's like a good piece of glue of NXT.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he really was a mentor to the majority of these men and women down there, and even currently on the main roster as well. And he's just been there, and he has such a legacy. So, I mean, heart goes out to Goldust and Cody and Eden and the whole family, really, because it's just so.
It's such a sad time for them. Yeah.
And he was 69 years old as well, and I mean, he lost a lot of weight as well. So, I mean, it's just out of the blue. It was a big shock.
Yeah, we spoke about it briefly on the previous show, myself, James, and Gigi. So if you want to have a listen to that show and hear us pay our respects slightly, you can have a listen on that.
We love you, Dusty.
Yeah, I love you, Dusty.
Well, thank you very much to you both for joining me.
That's okay, girl.
And Tom, you stay safe and don't do anything stupid tonight. Nick, you
Of
have
course
fun at
I
your
will.
mum's house. You stay safe, and I'm gonna watch more Orange Is the New Black.
Go for it, Boo.
I'm gonna get some black tonight.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay, well, on that note, thank you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.